Hey folks, I'm JC from One Shot Adventures, and a little while ago I did a video for you game masters showcasing some new, fresh ways that you can start your adventure. Well, that video was pretty popular, so I decided to turn it into a bit of a series, and today I'm going to give you another way to think about starting your adventures: the mystery man. Now, as most game masters know, it's usually very important to deliver the main objective of your adventure very early on in the session, like usually in the very first scene. The best objectives are very clear, the players know what they have to do, and have some urgency to them, like something bad will happen to the world or the players if your PCs don't react. This is why tropes like the old man at the inn or the dying man work pretty well, even though everyone's very familiar with them.
Alas, I'm dying, but this sword, pull it out of me. It's actually what you need to kill Doggone the Invincible, who will be here in 3 days to destroy the world. So just go ahead and take it.
But as useful as they are, if you keep using those techniques, your adventures are just going to all feel the same or just plain artificial. So enter the mystery man. Here's how you make this work. Open your adventure with a standalone action scene. It could be something simple like just an ambush, or you could jump ahead in time in your campaign. Maybe one of the character's nephews got kidnapped after the player insulted his uncle 5 adventures ago, and now the PCs are rushing to that nephew's rescue before it's too late. Then, in the middle of this encounter, a mysterious person suddenly shows up and starts wildly interfering. It's best if this person's motivations appear unconnected to the event at hand. Like maybe a wizard just teleports in and starts giving a grand speech for somebody's birthday before realizing he must have had a mishap. Or a knight charges into battle, beheads an orc, and then starts performing a strange occult ritual, with the orc's blood, seemingly unconcerned with what else is going on around him. This needs to be set up in a way so the players, as they're taking care of business for that initial scene, they're just wondering, who is this guy and what is he doing? And this will immediately catch the player's interest. Then, once the encounter is over, the mystery person can explain themselves, and clearly they are in the wrong place at the wrong time, but now they need the PC's help, and a new quest can be revealed. This approach adds some surprises into an opening encounter, and it creates an atmosphere of uncertainty, but then still lets you present your players with a quest or an objective in a very clear way. So that wizard that teleported in suddenly reveals that he was on his way to a friend's birthday party, but he must have gotten teleport blocked by an old rival who clearly now has plans to interrupt that party himself and maybe kill all the attendees. Or that knight can say after the battle that he was tracking a very specific orc who was destined to lead a bloodthirsty army one day unless he's stopped, and now he needs help tracking down the real evil orc that he was trying to kill and obviously got the wrong one. Either way, it can be anything that just kicks off a new adventure. I recently used this technique in a pirate adventure called the Siren Citadel, which you can download from a link in the description below. The adventure starts out with the PCs having to do a hostage exchange, but in the middle of a very tense negotiation with some French soldiers, a rider comes flying into the discussions, and he's blindfolded and brandishing his sword and singing a very obscene song. And all my players are just baffled. They're who is this guy and why is he messing up with this hostage exchange? And it just gives them a lot to think about as they're dealing with the initial encounter. But after that negotiation, the writer explains that, he was part of this very strange hazing ritual on this island, and that if he completes a checklist of very specific, embarrassing things, which included being blindfolded and charging into battle against French soldiers, he'll win a ticket to a very coveted exclusive ball. And that he then invites the players to kind of help him solve his checklist so that he can get in the ball, and he'll invite them in. Whenever I've run the opening of the Siren's Citadel, it just does a tremendous job of catching the attention of my players, giving them something else to juggle, and confusing them in a good way. So, give it a try. If you've used this technique before, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments below how it went. Until next time, I'm JC, and have fun at the table with the Mystery Men.